This is the leveling adapter. So this is the piece that would sit on your wire EDM rail. You can see here it's got a couple mounting holes to sit on your rail. Call this the leveling adapter because it actually can take your part or whatever you put onto it and it levels it before you start your wire EDM. So these are very good. They're modular, which means we have a lot of different adapters that go to them. I'll show you how it goes together. Basically, this would sit on your wire EDM rail. You would mount it with these two screws. You mount it to the rail. Then you take one of these devices. They all have the same bolt hole pattern that fit on the bottom of the leveling adapter, like this. So it's pretty neat. It comes with a dowel pin and also an eccentric or elongated dowel. The way it works is this dowel is actually, if you'll notice where the 3mm hole is, it's actually off center to the actual pin. So it'll allow us adjustment when it's actually mounted, and I'll show you how. We take one of these samples. This is the edge clamp, and we take the dowel pin. The dowel pin goes in here and the eccentric dowel goes in the slot provided. So what this does is when we turn it, it'll actually rotate this thing back and forth so we get a nice indicated part. So we'll show you the bottom of the adapter. So all these pieces have the same mounting system. So there's 4 holes for screws, and then there's 2 holes. One is for an elongated dowel, which you can see there's a counter bore on this piece. That's for the elongated dowel. The other one is for a stationary dowel. So what that does, here's the stationary dowel pin. And then the elongated dowel. What the elongated dowel does, I'll show you in a minute. These are the screws that would mount it. You'll see there's these small cup washers. The cup washers, they're like a horse saddle, like this. The cup part goes up towards the workpiece. We'll just put in a couple screws just to show you for sample. So here's another one. There. So now your edge clamp is affixed to your wire EDM. So this part would be on your wire EDM rail. This part would be overhanging into your wire EDM tank. There's screws on here. So basically, this thing has the ability to be leveled in all 3 axes, X, Y, and Z. So if you adjust here, that will, when you're indicating across this face, then your part will be level or not front to back by adjusting this screw. So you would run an indicator along here, adjust the screw till it's 0, 0. This one here is the same principle, but when you run an indicator across the side to side, this one would actually tilt it back and forth till you get 0, 0. The elongated dowel pin is now inside the hole. When we turn that pin, because it's off center, it'll actually indicate this face back and forth till your part is nice and square. Whether you have this part, your wire EDM vise, you would run an indicator along this face, or your lobster claw, you would run an indicator along this face to make sure your parts are nice and square.